album concept hour. The album concept hour. It's the album concept hour.
Welcome everybody to the Album Concept Hour. I am your host Brad the Baron, and I am joined by my co-host Dave. How's it
What's
going,
up?
Dave? It's the Brad and Dave show today. John's taking a week off, and
We murdered him.
We murdered him. You guys have to decide which of these songs depicts our murder of John.
Every time I hear the word murder, I just instantly think about Hot Fuzz with I can't remember her name, but it's like, oh, it's just a murder.
It's just murder. Yeah, think about
It's
that.
a murder.
Think about that every time one of these tracks ends. Yeah. What? It's just murder. Yeah, we're covering a really cool album, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds' Murder Ballads, which is 30 years old as of about a week ago, as of this recording. So yeah, happy 30th anniversary to a really cool, interesting album.
Good job, Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds.
Yeah, good job, guys.
Kudos.
A lot of murders. We'll get to them. But before we get to those, we got to talk about what we've been jamming on, watching, what we've been feeling. I'll start as I always do. I'm selfish. I've been listening to a lot of oldies still because my algorithm, because I've been reading the illustrated history of Rolling Stone, has been giving me some real oldies. Which you heard a little bit of if you were watching the listen through stream. But yeah, other than that, I have been watching some movies. Recently watched 2001: A Space Odyssey with my grandma.
Wow.
And I was like, you know what? I wonder what she thinks of this kind of movie. You know, we watched a lot of movies together. And I was like, you know what? Let's try it.
It's old.
And
Has she ever watched anything from Kubrick at all?
I don't think so.
Oh.
Yeah. So she was definitely confused at the end a bit. You know,
It's a lot to take.
Yeah, I had to explain oh yeah, no, that's him now. No, now that's him. You know. So yeah, that was fun. And then
Damn it, Hal.
I watched 2010 the sequel, which weirdly was what I had watched as a kid.
I never seen that. What?
Yeah, there's one called 2010. There's actually there was a sequel book that was made after 2001, you know, by Arthur C. Clarke, and then he even made one that's 2099 or whatever, or 3099 or something in the distant future. But yeah, the second one basically it's another crew going to investigate what happened in 2001.
The whole alien story.
And it even has the guy from 2001 in
Dave?
it. Yeah, it's got Dave. Yeah. He's actually acting in it. And he looks fucking great. It's 20 years later or something when it's filmed, but he looks the same. And so it really helps. But
they shot him in space. They bring him back. I mean,
yeah.
in 20 years, he probably didn't age well. I mean, they probably age slowly, right?
That's true. That's true. Time dilation. But what's weird is so. I'm talking about this for way too long for a music podcast. But I saw 2010 first.
Oh.
When I was a kid, we did that for family movie night once. And so for a long time I thought that movie
was the first.
was the big movie that everyone was talking about. And then yeah, finally when I got older, I watched 2001. I was like, "Oh, this is a different movie."
Oh, fuck me.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my time. What have you been listening to, Dave?
Well, so I should put my phone, but I think I can remember it all. So a lot of New Order, a lot of Joy Division, a lot of Happy Mondays. So a lot of the whole the Manchester scene in that sense.
Right.
Also a lot of Black Flag, a lot of Minutemen.
Oh yeah.
Early 80s punk, late 70s, early 80s punk.
Yeah.
And then there's one more band. I wish I should go on my phone. I'll try and remember it.
I've been mixing a lot of that, the new music movies tonight with the Decline of Western Civilization 1. So I've been hearing a lot of those bands, and you guys talking about some of the same groups.
And some Ramones. Listen to some Ramones lately too. So a lot of early stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, I rewatched some old documentaries again about like that's those scenes from like the early 80s, and
Oh, cool. Yeah.
it's just just I don't know, that sound, the everything about it was just it was great. It was
Yeah, in the 80s there was also like people forget, but there was a lot they were fighting against, you know?
oh yeah, there wasn't much like not a lot. I mean, in that period, I feel like there was after like the first wave happened from 78 to 70 77 78 roughly, and then you got
Yeah.
into like 79 to like 81, like
Yeah.
that's when it was
Mhm.
the bigger name bands. I mean, you're going
Yeah.
very, very political from like Dead Kennedys,
Yeah.
like all that jazz. So
Mhm.
it was it was a great time and movement. And again, you move forward and in a few
Yeah.
episodes ago we had the replacements, and that was a nice like just
Yeah, yeah.
wave of like or sort of like it was right around the same time as like sort of like the 80s hardcore, and they was
Yeah.
sort of like their different like take on that,
Yeah.
and because their first album was a little bit more aggressive, but they kind of like took a whole different like turn, and
Mhm.
man, the replacements, they got a replacement.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, between that Western, decline of Western civilization, editing, and like all that, like I have been, yeah, like really understanding kind of the arc of punk rock more so than I had. Like I'm putting together some of the pieces,
Little puzzle
you know.
pieces.
Yeah, yeah. It's all clicking together, you know.
But it was just interesting how like even the same time, like, because there's a documentary we talked about in the past, I think on Netflix, The History of Hip Hop or whatever it was.
Oh, right, the one. Yeah, that was a really good
And they're
one.
talking about
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
like even the time frame, but also the different areas, or like you got
yeah,
like the South, you got this, but like that was like you know that happened with any genre, but like punk was very unique, where you had like California, but you also had like
yeah,
the hardcore area, you had the DC area with like
yeah,
Fugazi and
yeah, yeah. Pre
Minor
like
Threat, and
internet or whatever, like it definitely music was a little more segmented geographically. You know what I mean? Like there's still places that have their own sounds. I'm not saying that's not a thing, but like it's definitely
it
like
was so unique. Every like
yeah,
because Minnesota, you had Husker Du and Minutemen try and do their own
yeah,
thing. I mean, not Minutemen, replacements in Husker Du. You had like,
hmm,
and then fast forward a few more years, and like the whole like Midwest emo had like started a whole
yeah,
like
right, right,
sound itself, and
yeah,
like
yeah,
it was it was so interesting having so many little pockets like
yeah,
had their take or their spin or their
yeah,
feel,
yeah.
and
Well, and some people think,
I feel like
speaking of
that
the
got
emo
lost
thing,
over time.
well, yeah, speaking of the emo thing, yeah, and then some people think that emo started with like American football, but it like started earlier than
Way
that,
earlier.
So yeah,
But I
yeah,
feel like
it's like,
that kind of I feel like that I feel like that's kind of lost now. I feel like that doesn't
mhm.
happen as much, like,
I think there's like, yeah, it doesn't. I think I agree. There's like definitely more of,
there's still pockets, like, there's different areas that
it's
have, like,
weird. We're kind of developing a
underground
new
hip hop in different areas
monoculture,
have yeah.
like a different, like an internet monoculture, as opposed to like a national monoculture. But yeah. Speaking of hip hop, though, segue into this murder ballads thing. Um, apparently, before we even get into this, part of like Nick Cave's kind of goings on at this point when he was kind of preparing for murder ballads is apparently he was really into gangster rap. At the time, he was going to a lot of like Wu Tang shows and hanging out with like RZA and Method Man and
Wow.
stuff.
I did not know that.
And yeah, there's this whole like article that's like from I think a hip hop blogger that's talking about how like at least he feels that the murder ballads is a somewhat of a response to being exposed to a lot of similar stories within gangster rap. And yeah, I found that very interesting,
That
you
is
know,
very interesting.
because the other thing is, murder ballads is to set the stage here. Murder ballads are these, kind of cultural items that exist back into the 1800s. Most murder ballads are like they're folk songs, you know what I mean, and most murder
Like a
ballads
nursery rhyme almost,
are
like,
from
just like, you like,
yeah.
"Hey, careful."
Yeah, right, exactly. Always usually have a moral of the story, which is basically usually women don't go out at night and don't trust strange men. But yeah, almost exclusively these songs are about murdering women as opposed to any other, outcome. Until like, a certain point where women are kind of reclaiming the murder ballads. But yeah, this is late 1800s. A lot of these come from Appalachia. So apparently Appalachia loved the murdering each other and then singing about it. And that's kind of what where murder ballads come from. And yeah, he's kind of giving his own take on these murder ballads that are kind of a subgenre unto themselves of like folk songs. So yeah, as far as that goes, I think that they do an excellent job. But I'm getting ahead of ourselves. Let's listen to the first track,
Hey, track 1.
and we will tell you. We'll show you guys what we're talking about. This first track is "Song of Joy."
Yep, method of murder, much the same as my wife's. It was midnight when I arrived home. Said to the police on the telephone, someone's taken 4 innocent lives. They never caught the man. He's still on the loose.
I just noticed maybe the beep, 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 beep. Like you're talking about talking on the telephone to the cops. Yeah.
It was like Pink Floyd when he was trying to call his wife. Like,
Oh yeah.
Operate.
Yeah. Oh man, sorry, I just got sidetracked. Because the phone thing, I just remember finding out that like, oh yeah, there was actually like a person that person would call.
yeah.
Anyway,
had a very like I mean, minus the whole family instance, but I just get flashback because they the time and place remind me almost like Shawshank, where he
mhm.
gets home, finds his wife was like murdered, and like the man was still gone free.
Oh right. This one like definitely. So just speaking of the Pink Floyd thing, like I was immediately reminded of Roger Waters, kind of the Final Cut era Roger Waters, with some of this the sound of the first track here at least. So I thought that's what I was in for the rest of the album, but I was wrong.
Oh no, it
It
goes wild
places.
ride.
It goes places. But yeah, this is a classic story though of someone telling a tale, of losing his family. Let's see. He says 10 years ago I met a girl named Joy. She was so sweet and happy thing. Her eyes were bright blue jewels, and we were married in the spring. I had no idea what happiness a little love could bring, or what life had in store.
So it starts out
Good.
Yeah.
Starts out nice. But yeah, then she ends up getting sad, and she's weeping, and she grew sad and lonely. Let's see. And then blah blah blah. He starts murdering. But he basically frames it as like him walking in and seeing it.
The scene afterwards.
The scene afterward. However, and he does kill. There's a bit of child killing. 1, 2, 3. Hilda, Hattie, and Holly. So it's basically it's a story. I don't know how to explain this well.
It's like Stranger Things.
There's been Stranger Things. But it's a story about a guy losing his whole family to this murderer. But it's not all as it seems. He says he was at the doctor's then, visiting a sick friend. But
was he?
I think by the end of it, he mentions the way that he's still on the loose. It seems that he's done many, many more. And at the end, he gets himself into this next house, or he tries to jump into this next house. This person he's telling the story. He said, "So I left my home. I drift from land to land. I'm upon your step, and you are a family man. and then outside the vulture's wheel, the wolves howl,
Serpents
the
hiss.
serpents hiss, and the extent a small favor's friend would be of a sum of earthly bliss. And then, do you reckon me a friend? The sun to me is dark and the moon is silent. Do you, sir, have a room? Are you beckoning me in? And there's a good note here that's talking about how like it does kind of evoke the kind of evil spirit idea of like you have to invite in
Like the vampire.
the vampire or the demon in order for it to be allowed in. So yeah, it kind of gives you a little wink at the end of like, oh no, this guy's actually the killer. So little bit of Usual Suspects.
I wish I could remember this movie. It was like two young kids. They did it once and they redid it, but it's like they go in this like little lake area kind of community, but like
Yeah.
slowly like going to a house, approaching them, getting in and slowly like torturing and killing families, and then like going to the next place and going to the next
Wait, you're talking
place.
about Funny Games?
Yeah.
Oh my god, Funny Games. Oh my god.
So I watched the newer one.
That movie did do its job in pissing me the hell off at one point.
Oh no,
And you know a moment I'm talking about.
yeah. So I watched that and another one. I think it was named after like a punk song almost, but
You ever seen the original Funny Games?
I've seen clips because I was curious what the new one, like how it compared.
Jesus Christ. Man.
But I had an old coworker that like loved horror movies, so I went over one day. Him and a couple friends, we watched a few movies, and that was one of them. I'm like,
Yeah.
at the end, I'm like, I what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, why would you have me over and watch that?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I think that I heard that they made Funny Games to comment on the whole like ultra violent industry in general, and how it's always like, the good guys always win and, everyone's always safe. And he's like, no, I'm going to break the rules and I'm going to make you mad about it.
So that's how I feel about this ending of that song where
Yeah.
like he just like gets to the next house, like,
Yeah.
hey, I just need a room.
Mm-hmm,
And just
mm-hmm.
it begins again.
Yep. He's just floating from town to town, getting his kicks.
Yep. On Route 66.
On Route 66. Yeah.
There's
we
more
haven't said
bells.
yet, but the production is excellent on this album. There is like a real atmosphere, and we'll comment on it as we go. But yeah, really, really good sounding album. And then we get to track 2. Okay, so I decided to include a little bit of the original, or not the original, exactly. But this is
older version of the tune of the
This is this next track is an old American folk song that was from the late 1800s, but first published as Stackley Blues in 1911.
Oh, right.
So obviously that's not the person that published that isn't the person that wrote it.
No,
it's a folk song. The early folk songs are like
but you're
that.
saying the first published version of the song.
Yes. And then this isn't that exact version or whatever, but this is a very, very early version of this Stackley Blues. This is Mississippi John Hurt. Oh, hold on. Wait. Oh, I turned down the volume, I think.
Here we go.
That bad man.
Just a little technical difficulty here, folks.
Let me just play.
Yeah, play that again.
Let's just play it again.
We're all friends here.
Boom, boom, when a 44, well, when I spy, with the line is lying down on the floor. That bad man, oh, cruel Stackley.
So yeah,
it feels more happy, really.
Yeah. I feel like everything old feels like a little more
cheerful.
And even if they're talking about horrible things, it sounds fine. But
it's not until Nick Cave gets a hold of this.
He does murder someone in the first one, the original one. Here's the Nick Cave version.
But there's
before you begin. You have to be gone before my man Billy Dilly comes in. Mr. Stagger Lee, I'll stay here till Billy Dilly comes in, till time comes to pass. And furthermore, fuck Billy Dilly in his motherfucking ass, said Stagger Lee.
I forgot I chose that line. I apologize.
So that was a clip you picked.
That was the pick that I clipped. Clip that I picked.
Stagger Lee.
Stagger Lee, yeah, dude. This
That
one
fucked up dude.
This one goes hard. I'll say the main parts that are the same as the original would just be the fact that the guy's name's Stagger Lee, and he has a conflict with a guy named Billy, which does happen in the original one, and he murders Billy. So
There's like two halves to the song. The first half was him and the barkeep.
That's right. He first has a confrontation with the barkeep.
Which, to be fair,
Yeah.
the barkeep is your friend. He's the one who brings you the drinks.
Yeah.
He's like your therapist. You guys can
be on
chat.
his good side usually.
You
know?
never shoot the bartender.
You and it happens twice in this album.
Yes.
It happens twice. And so yeah.
God. It should be like the unwritten law. You don't shoot the bartender.
Yeah.
Same thing. You don't shoot the messenger.
Yeah. It is weird. It's very weird because like that's like I feel like in a lot of movies, like the bartender is left alone. You know what I mean?
There are so many where like he's like, "Oh, sorry," and the guy just like walks out. Like,
Yeah. But I'm sure there's just as many where he's out.
But
in
Stagger Lee, no one is safe around this motherfucker.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll abuse the bartender a little bit, but he had a Colt 45 and deck of cards, and he walks into this bar. He got thrown up by a different lady. They came to a place called a Bucket of Blood, and then the bartender, or he says to the bartender, "Mr. Motherfucker, you know who I am." And the bartender says, "No, and I don't give a good goddamn."
Which a bartender like, dude, you don't come in here with this heat.
Yeah. What the fuck, man?
What are you doing? No.
I'm just working, man.
I don't know who the hell you are.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I've heard your name down the way, and I'll kick your motherfucking ass every day, Mr. Stagger Lee. But those were his last words because he instead just shoots him in the fucking head.
4 bullet holes.
4 holes to the head. And then a lady named Nellie Brown comes in and sees that the dude's dead. And
can't believe that the bartender's dead.
Yeah. But she's also like, you know what? She's a little turned on, I guess.
Well,
so she's
as
like,
long as I'm here.
Yeah. You know, wanna
I'm here, you're here. Might as well not waste our time.
You know? But
it won't cost you a dime.
She does say you have to be gone before Billy Dilly comes back.
Her main squeeze.
But she maybe should have mentioned Billy Dilly at all. She kind of sealed his fate there because when he comes in, he first of all says, "I'm gonna fuck Billy Dilly in his motherfucking ass." And then there's some graphic stuff that happens. Let's just say he assaults Billy Dilly and then murders him.
Which no surprise by this album.
No surprise at all. So that's another murder ballad. Another one on the books.
Another murder.
True to its word. And then we have another track here by the name of Henry Lee. So we got Stagger Lee and then Henry Lee.
The Lees.
The wind did howl and the wind did blow, la 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 lee. A little bird looked down on Henry Lee.
I can't get down and I won't get down and stay on.
Yeah. We got our first duet.
So good.
Yeah. PJ Harvey and Nick Cave. who apparently had a 4-month tryst at this time.
Oh,
Yeah. So the music video where you see where they're like kind of
Together.
all kind of in each other's physical space, they are dating
Huh.
at the time, or that sparked their dating or something. There's like an undeniable like chemistry that they had to work out. Oh yeah. Video sparked a 4-month romance. Yeah. But yeah, this is the one that's a Scottish story from the 1700s. Typical story. Boy meets girl, girl kills boy. This time out of jealousy. This one is because the boy comes back and is like, "Hey, I found this other girl. It's really a lot prettier than you that I like more." And she's like, "Well, no, you're only going to be mine.
sorry.
Sorry." But yeah, Young Hunting is the original folk song that's reworked for this.
So it's the tale as old as time, right?
Yeah.
Sorry, I found something better.
Yeah. For the girl hold on, let me get this. I can't get down, I won't get down and stay all night with thee. For the girl I have in that merry green land, I love far better than thee.
Oh,
He's like, honestly, he's kind of talking shit,
All right.
like she from that point forward was like, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Yeah, he's probably not the greatest dude anyways, really.
Yeah. And she kills him with a little penknife. Plugged him through and through. And this is also the first track we get a lot of la-las. There's a lot of la-las throughout the album. I'll point them out.
It made it feel more cheerful.
Yeah. I don't know much of his discographies. I don't know if he's just deploying la-las all over the place or what, but
Or just made the murders sound better.
yeah, Well, also, it's a little Scottish, it's an old Scottish folk song and kind of
A good
kind of
drinking,
fits.
a good drinking song.
Yes. Really, yeah. A lot of these are good drinking songs. I think most of them
To be fair,
must have probably like spread through bars. I was hearing because like a lot of these songs are based on like real events. I'm not sure about this one since it's from the 1700s, but like
something
real
like this probably
events-
did happen at some point in time.
right? But yeah, real events that then got like transported through song from town to town.
It reminds me of like The Witcher.
Right. Or
Like the minstrel, the friend that he befriended, and he had all the
Yeah.
songs about the Witcher. Like, oh, he's done this. and this.
exactly. Yes.
And you get to town and you hear the song about
Yeah.
oh, have you heard this song?
Pretty much. It's essentially the same.
Have you heard the song
same
about
thing.
Stagger Lee? How about
Where
Henry Lee?
they it was kind of like true crime of the time. You know what I mean? Like
The
that's how
true crime podcast.
yes. These murder ballads are the original true crime podcast. Exactly. That's the clip. That's going to get everyone to listen. Every now and again, we run into true crime podcast territory.
Bum bum bum
Bum bum.
bum bum.
I just think of the Law and Order. Bum bum. I can't remember what they say in the beginning. But yeah, really beautiful song. I don't know much about PJ Harvey to really speak to that part of it, but I know she's a big deal.
She had a decent career, a lot of albums, just like that. Just singer songwriter. Like
I think she's on a mix that a ex of mine made me. So that's like the one song I think I know of. I can't remember what song though. But yeah, she's like I think I need to learn more about her in general.
I think you will enjoy it.
Yeah. But yeah, this next track we got for you guys is a little track called "Lovely Creature."
Oh,
Over the hills, this lovely creature, over mountains, over ranges, by great pyramids and sphinxes, we met drifters and strangers. Oh, the sands, my lovely creature, the maid moaning winds, At night the desert's right with diabolical things.
Yes.
La, 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 la.
La, 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 la. I feel like those la-las, like the ladies' la-las, could really fit in like an EDM song, electronica type song, you know?
Like the Tron soundtrack.
I don't know.
What?
I'm just trying this
You could do
delicious beer. But yeah, I love the snare in this one. You can kind of hear a little bit of I believe brushes on that snare, maybe a little bit of a horse trot.
Oh,
you know?
yeah, this is the one I was saying. It was like, sound like just galloping through town. Like,
Yeah. And which is fitting because it's like kind of about like a drifter to a little bit, because it's drifter picking up a quote lovely creature on the road, which, you know, that's I think that might just be code for like girl it's murdered, because like there's the Lovely Bones movie, like lovely creature, the word creature, like there's this way that like the women are talked about often in these that like kind of
Black Swan.
makes them what's the word I'm looking for, purifies them, makes them like these pure kind of characters. And there is like one thing I was reading about, like, you know, murder ballads in general, is there's a little bit of this innate like sexism to it, where like a lot of them are like basically like women need to control themselves, not go outside, and be careful, and then men are often portrayed as like very sympathetic in these murder ballads as well. So like the men kind of get off scot free a little bit as far as like how people like react to it.
We're big dumb creatures, folks.
Yeah, we're just big dumb apes. We can't help murder sometime.
Murder good.
But yeah, and this is the classic though. Like I said, drifter picks up girl. Like, you know, I mean, like in the 20th century, this would be like a guy hitchhiking or picking up a hitchhiker and then killing them instead of helping them,
Like
or
death
whatever.
proof.
Yeah. And they don't like straight out say that he murdered this lady, but he like talks about how she's back in the desert, buried.
Like her at the very end, like I think it was like her green glove
Yeah.
in the sand, and
Yeah. That's what I like about the writing, is it's not like spelled out, you know, but like, you know,
it is like reading a book where as you process
Yeah.
it, you can actually start picturing the scene,
yes,
the person, like you feel it. And
Yeah.
again, I've mentioned this I think a few times and listened through, but this album is great with like a good stereo or a headphones, because there's
Mhm.
so much just
Yes,
ambient sound, and like when
definitely.
you feel like you're. And this track, there was parts of like the wind, like, oh,
The
we're outside again.
wind.
It's like,
Yes. Yeah. Like we were outside, and then like all of a sudden the wind stopped, and it was like, oh shit, what's going on now?
but like it almost like it feels like it puts you like in that moment of the
Yeah.
song or in the scene. You can
Mhm.
actually feel like you can sit there and you can see it unfold,
Yeah,
because
very cinematic.
You're feeling it.
Very cinematic, or like theater, like
We were discussing earlier.
Yeah.
This album would be great as like a theatric play, like
Yeah.
song by song breaking
Yeah.
down, and it'd be just
yeah.
like 10 short stories almost. It'd be awesome to see.
Yeah, maybe it's like a ghost play where like different ghosts are telling their stories, you know, and like in between they have their little hijinks, you
I
know.
could see.
Yeah. It'd be fun. Lovely creatures.
Man, I gotta write a play.
Yeah, I know, right? Like I gotta learn how to write, man. I gotta learn how to read.
Yes, Nick,
Shit.
help us.
Yeah, I just have like symbols and stuff on this notebook.
It's like
that I'm
very
always looking
Charlie
at.
Day from Always Sunny.
Yeah, I got like arrows and like charts and things, you know.
These aren't words.
Yeah. But yeah, we after the lovely creature, we get
The desert and the winds. We got the wild
where
rose.
the wild roses grow, and we have another duet. This time with Australian pop legend Kylie Minogue. Here's that.
Where the wild roses grow, so sweet and scarlet and free.
On the second day he came with a single red rose. He said, give me your loss and your sorrow. I nodded my head as I lay on the bed. If I show you the roses, will you follow?
The duet in this song remind me so much of the Pogues, the Fairy Tale New York with Shane and
I was thinking of them a lot while listening to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was
This feels a lot of like in general, like this a lot of these songs have very Poguish feels.
Yeah.
But,
and we even have Shane McGowan, is he from the Pogues?
Yes, he was the lead singer.
Okay.
He was the singer.
So yeah, he's even in the album.
The
so
last
it's
track.
like, yeah, I love that. Yeah, cross contamination.
But just I mean, like the duets are just in this song are so great. It reminds me of Fairy Tale, where like it's him. I'm
Definitely.
kicking myself that I can't remember the singer in that track, but like they they're going the back and forth, like little jabs that they do at each other. It just it feels so much like this, and this song is great.
Yeah.
They both do a fantastic job.
Yeah,
with the verse and choruses like across the board.
Yeah, and again, another duet. Like he loves his duets. I think that's like, I don't know, my main takeaway, at least from listening and watching a lot of his stuff.
I think I really enjoy because his voice works very well. It's a very like contradicting to like the other voice that normally these
yeah.
So you get this like this. You really feel like it's just two people almost yelling at each other, almost.
Yeah.
A conflict, like because it's.
I would say like King Diamond also did a good job of this in their album, where there was a female vocalist singing the female parts and the male vocalist doing several characters as the male parts. And actually changing his voice for the different characters and things.
It's like playing D&D, like, oh.
Yeah. Like the DM changing their voice. But like I feel like each time like someone guests in, like they're really becoming a character in the story, the fairy tale story, like you were saying. And this one is another this is, I guess, a reversal kind of the Young Hunting one with PJ Harvey.
This is just a weird story too. Like,
yeah. Let's see.
It's almost like he truly did love her.
Yeah.
And then at the very end, it's kills her and puts a rose in her mouth and leaves her.
Well, yeah, this one's like more of a like from a place of psychosis rather than like jealousy or like
there's no like
it is let's see, because I'm trying to figure out the last thing that he was talking about here. Oh yeah, all beauty must die is what he said. So it's kind of that thing where it's like, oh well, like, I can't allow you to like diminish or whatever, you must stay perfect as you are in my mind type shit,
Just forever be this picture of beauty. Like.
Yeah. And then like, it's that kind of psychotic thing that a lot of serial killers do. Honestly, this is not a new thing. Honestly, this is like kind of
the age old
thing where they like
people are fucked up, folks.
People are fucked up, man. People are fucked up. If you listen to our macabre episode of Dahmer, that one, you'll hear some real fucked up murder stuff. I love the part where she's he showed me the wild room.
Yeah, he took her down to an area and showed her this spot, and
he totally Cain enabled her. I'll
Yes.
say he definitely
was this the one the line about the brick?
no that comes...
Okay, sorry. All the murders are now like bleeding into one another.
Yeah. That's a wild.
We'll get to that one.
Yeah. But this next track we got for you guys is a little track we'd like to call The Curse of Millhaven. And I have a little bit of the intro bit, and then I'll have the rest, or a different clip. Oh, yeah. That's right. This was the intro bit that I thought.
I laughed when you told me this.
Yeah, I thought that my title had like messed up or something, and like just started a System of a Down album or something. Like I was like, this can't be from the
This
same
is
album
not Nick Cave.
of the rest of this stuff, because it's just been all like,
what is going
you know,
on?
Folksy, like, you know, whatever.
Bow, 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 bow.
All of a sudden it's like, you know,
it's an angry drunk
Yeah.
man on the piano.
yeah. And then we get to the rest of it. Curse of Millhaven.
Recall the children who broke through the ice on Lake Tahoe. Everyone assumed a warning signs and followed them to the bottom. Well, they're underneath the house where I do quite a bit of stowing. La 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 la, la 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 la. Even 20 little children, they had to die. And the fire in 91 that raised the Bella Vista slum, that was the biggest.
So the first part, I just want to go back to that bit where you thought what was going on. It reminded me there was an old so I know you've seen the movie Reefer Madness.
Oh, yes. Of course.
So after Mr. Science Theater, Mike Nelson did a few commentaries solo of a few movies. One was Reefer Madness.
Okay.
And then they redid it as the group for riff tracks. But there was one line,
Yeah.
if you remember, when the piano player was in a closet, like smoking up his cigar, getting like little loopy. Then he goes out and just starts like losing his mind playing the piano. There was a line that Mike has that one of my favorites to this day. He's like, and no one is noticing that the piano player's going batshit crazy right now.
Yeah, no one's drawing attention.
It's
to
just
that.
like the look in his face is like the psychotic look that he just had. He just smoked some pot and just was like losing his goddamn mind.
Yeah.
So with that opening track, I could just see like that scene where the guy was just manically playing that piano.
Playing the piano. Yeah. Hell yeah. I like that. This is the one that also kind of reminded me a little bit of Gogol Bordello.
Yes. Very much.
Real Gogol Bordello vibe. Sorry, excuse me, guys.
Yeah, they were known for being like gypsy punks. It's like the sound that they had, like the very the vibe that they had.
Yeah.
But yeah, this track very much sounds like a Gogol Bordello song.
Yeah. And I was saying a band called Beirut. I'll have to show you a little bit of that after the show. But they're a band that I would listen to back in the 2000s that I think were also from Beirut, if I remember correctly. But similar kind of like gypsy punk type stuff. But yeah, we have was this the one where it's like a little girl running around killing people? Yeah. Right. Yeah. So this is
our 15th year.
Yeah.
Running around.
There's the refrain, la 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 la. My mama often told me that we all got to die. You must have all heard about the Curse of Millhaven, how last Christmas Billy Blakely's little boy didn't come home. They found him next week up 1 Mile Creek with his head bashed in and his pockets full of stones. Just imagine all the wailing and moaning.
And la 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 la.
Yeah, like the jubilance of death.
Yeah, it's there's like each little like murder almost, little snippet of a story, and then like it's just the revelation, like la 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 la.
Yeah. It's the opposite of
and then
what it should be.
And it just goes like this back and forth.
Well, yeah. This one, like, well, his eulogy, Baiko had all the tears flowing. La 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 la.
And then even God's little creatures, they all have to die. And then the next little story, next little story, like verse after verse after verse.
Pretty much keep on building on, like, you know, that she keeps killing people. There was one time though that she says,
well, Was it? Oh fuck it, I'm a monster. I admit it.
Oh yeah. I drowned Blakey, kid, stabbed Miss Colgate, I admit. Did the handyman with the circular saw in his garden shed, but I never crucified little Bico. That was 2 junior high school psychos. Stinky Bohoon and his friend with the pumpkin-sized head. I'll sing to the lot now that you got me going. La 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 la.
It's like copycat murders almost.
Yeah.
Oh well, kill 2.
Yeah, it's really fun. And then there's the big fire at the end. Trying to probably get rid of the evidence, I'm assuming. And oh yeah, that's right. She gets off with insanity. So she goes to a psychiatric prison. And
For a short time, wasn't it? Was I think the other verse above that 12, it had like the time she spent.
oh yeah. I confess all these crimes. They put me in trial. I was
Okay,
laughing
never
when they took
mind.
me away.
I thought there
now
was
I got shrinks that won't rest their endless Rorschach test, and telling them that I think that they're out to get me. Oh yeah, so it's Rorschach and Prozac, and everything is groovy, singing la 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 la.
Do you remember the band Boomtown Rats? They had a song, I Don't Like Mondays.
Boomtown Rats, yeah.
I think the story was like it was a young girl that killed some students. I think it was
Oh
in
shit.
Ireland or Scotland. I can't remember where it was from. UK maybe.
Yeah.
But at the end, they asked her, why? What did you do this? And her response was, "I don't like Mondays."
Oh my god. Is this pre-Garfield?
Oh yeah, this is.
Is Garfield a reference to that?
Oh no. This is well maybe.
Is that?
Oh yeah, this was like
That's so dark, Jim Lee
70s.
or Jim
Davis.
Davis.
But no, yeah, it was this. It was a great song, great band, and the
Yeah.
singer from the band was also actually played Pink in the Pink Floyd The Wall movie.
Oh right.
So
Okay.
yeah, Boomtown Rats, that was his band. But
Yeah.
that one song, I Don't Like Mondays, was basically a girl that shot up her some classmates, and the
Damn.
end was like, I don't like Mondays.
Damn. Brutal.
So I had that feeling like of this song where she's just
Yeah.
like, well, whatever, la 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 la.
Yeah. Like there's that,
It's like
that's
no
the
big
thing.
deal.
That's the interesting thing about this album is it varies between jealous murders,
feels like you kinda got the
psychotic
spectrum.
murders. You get ones where they're having a lot of fun with it,
Towards the end, especially.
Yes, the second to last one, especially, like he's having the
O'Malley's Bar?
most fun. Yes. But
But
yeah, this one's got a lot of
Lolita
verses.
just going nuts.
Yeah, going fucking nuts, man. All
And
God's
singing the little
children,
ditty.
all gotta die. That's true. And before we get to the next track, let's do a little thing that we like to call "What is Dave drinking?" Oh yeah, know that? Oh yeah.
I didn't plan ahead.
Oh yeah, I'll get some of that a little bit later. I got to finish some of this.
All right.
But we figured, it's just the two of us. We might as well, and we got a decent amount of beers here, a variety.
We have a couple.
Yeah. So
I try to bring a few, so
yeah. My big contribution is just the New Glarus Moon Man. A nice solid, and
it is a solid beer from Wisconsin.
yeah. And why don't you take it away for the rest of them?
So I was trying I was shopping tonight. As I mentioned earlier, I was listening to this album. It was kind of cracking me up at the store. Like this is. It's almost like listening to like a comedy album, and you just randomly have a reaction to your face. Like what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. But I'm listening to this. I'm like shopping. I'm like, oh goddamn. But so
Some wild stuff happening.
I decided I should grab something maybe easygoing just to bring over.
Yeah.
And this one just cracked me up. It was from Youngblood, and they always have great names. And they joked about
they
all
do.
the people who work there. They have a phrase or something they throw up, and then they just randomly, if they like it, they'll put it on a beer. So
Yeah.
this was just called Fridge Cigs.
Yes. I like the name of that.
and it looks like almost like on the art, it looks like sort of like almost like a very cheap generic beer in the fridge in a sense.
Oh yeah, it's like a generic Diet Coke, but without the
Yeah.
Coke, pretty much. Yeah,
And so I'm like, I don't know. I mean,
yeah.
like the sours and
American
stuff,
Pale Ale.
the sours is not my favorite, but Youngblood, I think they do some of my favorite current sours. Like,
Right.
They
They're
do a
the
pretty good
master
job.
of sours, in my opinion.
so if I'm
yeah,
gonna have one in this current climate, I'll reach for a Youngblood.
yeah,
But I
yeah.
do enjoy like IPAs and pale, and so since it was a pale ale, I'm like, I got to get this one.
yeah. It's a good one.
And so the other one I cracked, we just finished was I think it was a
Straight-
24 or 25, but a Revolution Straight Jacket. And
Yes, Revolution
Straight Jacket from
barley
Revolution is
wine.
never
Yeah.
disappointed. It's
Yeah.
such a great.
Yeah,
When it comes
Definitely-
out, it's like it's Straight Jack season. You got to grab a
Yeah.
few packs.
yeah. This is the one that's like most like on theme tonight. The Straight
Just-
Jacket. Yeah,
The crazy dude.
especially with the song we just did. The song ends with her going to the mental asylum. So
Hey.
we're doing Wednesday
point.
drinking at the right time. But yeah, I always love when you bring the barley wine aged.
Bee
I didn't
whistles.
think I liked barley wine when I first tasted it at your house. but,
Yes.
it's
Was that
definitely
when
grown on me.
Scott was over that one time at the birthday?
Yes, we-
birthday barley bash.
Yes, we got so drunk so fast because like I think it was the first time that I had drank that kind of beer. It was the first time I had experienced like more than just like what's on tap.
Hey, I try to expose all my friends to
Oof,
great beers.
so good, so good. And then did you say you had a bourbon over there?
I do have a bourbon.
All right, but yeah, I'm not ready for that myself.
We
yet,
maybe
but,
we can wrap up with that, but it's
there is a bourbon that what kind is it?
It is it's from Bardstown Distillate,
Hmm.
and it is their weeded bourbon.
Bardstown. You were talking about that, like this the murder ballad, kind of like
Yes,
bardic
Bardstown.
kind of stories that are being
So
passed
yeah, we're
around.
cracking that a little bit, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
that's what we've been drinking.
Hell yeah, that is what we've been drinking. And I think I am going to take a little break and use the facilities quick before we move on to the last 4 tracks. But yeah, don't go away. We got 4 more murder ballads for you, or 3 murder ballads and a different kind of thing. But we'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We got 4 tracks left for you guys. And this next one we got for you. Let me open up my music again. We have The Kindness of Strangers.
Aw.
So I think you can only guess which direction this is going to go.
Kindness.
Yeah, it's probably going to go in the direction of kindness. Yeah. Here's The Kindness of Strangers.
The hope and loneliness, she crossed the floor and undid the latch on her front door. Oh, poor me, bellows. They found her the next day, cuffed to the bed.
Yep. Same old story.
This was a sad story.
This one was legitimately sad.
Because you have her, it sounded
Yeah.
like she didn't have really much. She was traveling. She never saw the ocean. She wanted to travel.
Yeah.
And what did she get out of that?
Yeah.
Murdered.
And this one is this one's so sinister because of what it doesn't say.
It's sort of like the read between the lines, or
Yeah.
it kind of leaves you up for interpretation.
Yeah.
well,
yeah.
Well, you think about it. I'm like, I don't want to think that.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think happened? I don't want to think about what happened.
Yeah, because it evokes a really specific feeling, which is she had a connection, a little connection with this guy that was bringing up her
They met. They were talking.
Yeah.
Where are you staying? Here's your
Yeah,
luggage.
yeah.
Let me help you with your luggage.
yeah, she
I'll
was
bring them in.
this is a meet cute, maybe, but even then she knows that there's a danger there. She knows that there's a day, like, because she's crying before even, whatever happens. And yeah. Unfortunately, by unlocking her bedroom door for the night, she invites in
Like the
dangerous
vampire
man.
invites him in.
Yeah, like the first track. Yep. Again, man.
Inviting the
Full
devil in the
circle.
house.
Yep. And yeah, it's again, this is a classic murder ballad, type of thing to happen. This one again, I was thinking of King Diamond because of the actual, you have the woman crying, which I think has only happened in the King Diamond album we did and Operation Mindcrime, I want to say.
I
want to say
I
those are
can't
the
think of
only
many others
songs-
that have that.
Yeah. That specifically have a woman weeping. But also, I don't know if it's been said yet this episode. Dude's voice very Tom Waits.
So yeah, that was the first discussion before we even did that first listen through. Like
Yeah.
I joked about how Nick Cave has this it's like the one level darker and under Tom Waits, because Tom Waits has a song about sort of like the normal Joe, maybe
Yeah.
sort of just the typical working class, just like maybe the paycheck to paycheck, just at the bars, gets drunk. That's a sad story.
Yeah.
Then you take this and you go one step below, like, oh, what's darker?
Yeah.
Well, he could be at the bar, maybe he's the bartender, and he's just having a shitty night, and like some guy walks in and just 4 holes in his head.
Oh yeah, we'll get there.
That was the first one or second one. That was Stagger Lee.
Right. Oh, right. Yeah, sorry, I forget. There's two bars that are bartenders that are brutally killed.
But I feel like it's almost like that. It's not like Tom Waits and Nick Cave sound the same, but they have like almost like a tone. There's something like that feeling when you hear the song.
Well,
like Tom Waits, I feel like you almost have empathy.
Well, they
You
both
hear
like
his sadness and the story.
they both kind of do that thing where like they're just kind of very unabashedly singing and really committing and very just confident, with their delivery. And they both also have a very low voice. So like, yeah, they both kind of come off with a similar kind of vibe. As far as just their singing, I saw some video,
2 different like takes almost.
Yeah, I was like watching a video though of Nick Cave like singing into the mic, and like he is really animated singing into that mic. So he's really giving it his all in the studio.
But when you see Tom Waits, there's I think it was during like the I can't remember what album he had, like little tours, but basically it was him in a room with a bunch of people around on a piano, and you can just see him. He's like singing and looking in the crowd, and he would like make a verse and look up like and kind of laugh because he's having fun with it. They're all fun stories,
right?
And like the same thing again. Not same thing, but the opposite of Nick Cave, like you mentioned, he's like animators, like he's really getting into like these like dark stories and like telling them,
like a gothic or
like dark and chaotic
cabaret, a gothic cabaret.
Oh, right.
Someone on the
like vaudeville.
internet.
You're saying,
so, yeah, like vaudeville kind of feeling. I'm gonna edit that down in the post to be a little shorter.
We'll fix it.
Yeah. But it definitely has that kind of theatrical element to it at all times,
like Mr. Kite.
Yeah, like right. Yeah, exactly.
On trampolines.
Just having fun with it, and then we get to a song that has a very necessary femme fatale, like revenge story thing, Crow Jane.
Your guns are drunk and smoking. They followed you right back to your gate, laughing all the way home from the new town. A population now 28. Crow Jane. Crow Jane.
You should grab the lyrics from this one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I love
Pro Jane.
like right in the middle. It kind of gives it a story like the population 48,
yeah,
and then right towards the end, like it's like population 28.
yeah,
like,
yeah.
What was I
What?
can't remember the name of the movie, but it was like it takes place sort of like I don't know if it's Alaska or in Canada, where, like the town goes
Yeah.
like there's no sun for like 30 days or something, where like the vampires come out and start feeding
Oh,
on the
okay.
city. Where I feel like the same thing, like population
Yeah.
starts here and it just dwindles down before you.
Well, okay, so to tell the backstory for this song, like, or the what's going on in the song, is that we have this character, Jane, who lives alone by the river, and one night, the mine workers, 20 of them, 20 hard hats, come by her house, all drunk and everything, and the way that they phrase it is, and poured their pistols dry. So essentially, she gets sexually assaulted by these miners,
Yes.
and I love the math of it. Like she mentions that there's 20 of them,
Yep.
and then you look at the population, which is 48, and then you
Very end of
minus
the song, it's down to 28.
down to 28. So she gets
Revenge.
She gets her revenge, comes back. And it says, at the last verse, when she finds them, your guns are drunk and smoking. They followed you right back to your gate, laughing all the way back from the new town. Population now 28. So yeah, we got.
That's a very Kill Bill vibe.
Yeah. Very Kill Bill vibe. Very,
Revenge.
Yeah, and again, I've mentioned that the fact that murder ballads are mostly women being murdered, so it's great that Nick Cave included a couple that reverse that. There's a lot of female country artists that have also reclaimed a lot of the murder ballads that exist, including Dolly Parton and stuff. And one of the probably more popular versions of this would be the Chicks song, "Earl Had to Die." Remember that song? That's
back when they were called the Dixies.
Back when they were the Dixie Chicks. That's a murder ballad.
Yeah.
And I was just saying the Crow Jane part, the way he's singing it really reminded me of Rolling Stones a little bit. Yeah. Could definitely see
has a little Mick Jagger
doing.
You can see him kind of shuffling
Jane. Like undulating around.
Gyrating on stage.
Gyrating even.
The 20 man.
And really just making all of the ladies go crazy. But yeah, it's a fun track though. I love the bass, it's like real smooth this track. And
like
then,
you're saying, there's almost like
yeah,
like the Poets in a sense, where you're just like having like so like years ago I remember seeing like Mitch Hedberg live, and he had like his friend just doing like standing bass and just playing bass the whole time as he just told jokes.
Oh
and,
yeah. I
stories.
remember there was that one special that had the bass all the
But I had
whole
that
time, yeah.
sort of like, it's just like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's like, hey.
Yeah.
And that again correlates to very Tom Waits, where like you
Yeah.
hear this like dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
and just him like having this like fun time telling a story,
Yeah.
like whatever it is. But I feel like there was a lot of like Nick Cave and Tom Waits. I feel like there was a lot of crossing in like their singing and story and everything else.
Yeah, definitely. And I don't know if they ever crossed paths, but not in this particular album.
He wasn't Wu-Tang though.
He wasn't Wu-Tang. No. He was too busy hanging out with Wu-Tang to hang out with Tom Waits. Yeah. And it might have just been too much at the same time. Honestly.
just kept missing each other.
Yeah. But yeah, here's a little bit of
another bar story.
Yeah. O'Malley's Bar, and then I have the ending after that.
I blew a hole in Mrs. Richard Holmes, and her husband stupidly stood as he screamed, "You are an evil man!" And I paused a while to wonder, if I have no free will, then how can I be morally culpable?
Yeah.
God damn.
A lot going on in that clip.
I think that clip is weird. The whole song is like 14 and a half minutes of like
Yeah, of that.
just a crazy man entering a bar and stories of him like shooting everyone.
Yeah. This is probably the most violent track. By probably a margin, honestly.
For the amount of violence in a track, yes.
Yeah. Because this kind of like gets to your like school shootery kind of type of murder and violence.
Yes, it's like listen to the time by time frame of like the Columbine almost.
Like. Right. So it is like almost it almost feels modern in that sense. But he enters into O'Malley's. Says he has a thirst. He doesn't really. The bartender doesn't even do anything. He just shoots them. That's right. The bartender's pouring him a glass, and he sniffed and crossed himself, and then decided it was time to shoot.
It did remind me of the Bob Dylan song "Hurricane" of the box that was, up for murder of the bar because they go on talking about like the line for line, like the waitress wasn't supposed to be there, but picking up hours and like everyone that was in the bar.
It goes through all the different victims.
Yeah,
interesting. Is it more of like a sad song?
I mean, it is and it isn't because it's the story of was he or was he not the murderer, and like here's the story of the man who did it, and like there are a lot of phrases, but just that. It reminded me a little smidgen of that song because, like, he talks about like a few people that were shot, and him just walking in. And
well, it's interesting you talk about Bob Dylan because, like, apparently Bob Dylan had recently covered the Stack of Lee song, the Love Henry song, which was the Henry Lee song, I believe, and the final song that we're gonna listen to next.
Yes, I do remember that one.
Apparently, Nick Cave was really following what Bob Dylan was doing, and it almost feels like a slight response to it, and covering so many of the ones that Bob Dylan had.
Because you mentioned earlier, like it has a very like folky sound. A lot of these, and if how many people are still alive now that have a very heavy foot in the door of folk music.
Yeah.
I mean, Bob Dylan has to be still one of like probably the biggest names
for sure.
When it comes to folk music that's around, that's still doing music.
Definitely, yeah. It was definitely still very active at that point too.
So I mean, if you're gonna do like the classic folk songs that are the murder ballads, like why not Bob Dylan? Yeah.
That's why I think like not to get ahead of ourselves, but when we come to rank this, I'm feeling pretty good about it because it's covering several layers of murder ballads. And going back in history and stuff, really representing a lot. I will say there's a Siobhan mention here.
Shout out,
friend of the show, Siobhan. Is her name? Her name is listed here, so I just wanted to say that. Siobhan was our Against Me episode. Really, really great album.
Yeah, just pouring beers.
Yeah, dude. Just pouring beers, and there's some mean people in town that say that she's a joke or something. But like,
I don't think so.
She pours the best beers in town, if you ask me,
hands down.
But I believe she gets fucking killed.
Of course, Brad. It's a song about murders.
Yeah, it's a song where everyone gets fucking murdered, man.
Because at the end, he mentions he walks. Everyone is dead by the end of the.
Yeah.
Before he leaves the bar, before the cops show up, everyone in the bar is dead.
Yeah, that's right. Like it basically starts. He says, "Neighbors," I cried. "Friends," I screamed. "I banged my fist upon the bar. I bear no grudge against you." And then this is the real disturbing line of "My dick felt long and hard," which is the disturbing and real, like,
it's almost like psychopath behavior. Like
very much so. Very much. It's addressing the fact that this is like psychosexual behavior as well. You know what I mean? Oh, this line is crazy though. "I am the man for which no God waits, but for which the world yearns, or for which the whole world yearns. and I'm marked by darkness and by blood and by 1,000 powder burns. So he's basically saying that he's a demon, essentially.
And
you know what I mean?
He
Like,
shot 1,000 some people.
yeah. Yeah, he's basically the Grim Reaper is what this contributor on Jesus is saying. ZRTZ, is that really your
But not
full
the
name?
fun Grim Reaper like in Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, like the real mean Grim Reaper.
This is like I'm taking this into my own hands.
Yes.
But yeah, he saw poor O'Malley's wife. He jammed the barrel under her chin while she was doing dishes, and little daughter Siobhan, he pulled out her fucking throat. Her throat crumbled in his hands.
Caffrey rising from his seat.
Yeah, and he says, I spun heroically around to see Caffrey rising from his seat, and I shot that motherfucker down.
Mrs. Richard Holmes.
We have Mr. Richard Holmes.
I mean, yeah, it's just like on
there's a
and
lot.
on and on.
Yeah, we should listen to the part where Mr. Richard Holmes stands up and says, you are an evil man. And he says, I have no free will, then how can I be morally culpable, I wonder? Which is, again, truly the psychopathic shit.
Yes.
Is where you're just like, yes, even when I am murdering everyone, I am a philosopher, you know?
Oh God, I can't remember there was a movie where it was like someone was like the Spielberg like kind of like went on and just like
yeah,
how much like how genius he was because of
Yeah.
like this. I'm like I'm blanking now, but like yeah, it just like
you
like,
got me monologuing.
yes,
you dog.
yeah, just like that person that's just
Yeah.
He thinks he's righteous, but in the same the
Yeah.
flip side, he is the devil incarnate. He is
Yes.
going through and just
Yeah. And I love the way that he frames himself in his mind.
Yes.
You know? Let's see. Oh, and then this one, like, I lived in this town for 30 years, and he's like, do you recognize me or whatever? And he's like, he didn't, so he killed him.
Yep.
And then we got Jerry Bellows, who just hugged his stool. And
he
then,
shot down at him.
Yeah, shot downward
Split
at him.
his skull.
Oh, yeah, with an ashtray as big as a fucking really big brick.
Yes, that's the one I was.
That's the
remembering
line I should have clipped out, but the way that he says it is so off.
Oh, I mean, it's the darkest because you're visualizing like you can picture this.
Well,
What
and
is
he's
in this
like-
crazy guy's head, like grabbing and thinking.
Well, we were talking a little bit during the listen through about how like there's like piano notes that are off and it's chaotic, the sound and the soundscape of
Mhm.
it doesn't all like fit perfectly. And this is a line that he doesn't say. He says very awkwardly too. Like he's like a really fucking big
Yeah,
brick,
stutters it almost.
Like yeah, it doesn't sound like it fits in the song necessarily, but I think it does because it's supposed to,
I think it feels like if that was that person, the moment just like, I mean, at this point you have lost your mind. You're
Yeah.
just on like the verge of. I mean, you're on insanity. You're
Mhm,
killing
mhm.
people one after another.
Yeah.
I think at this point you're not thinking straight, right? You can't deliver a
No.
full sentence, so you're just
Yeah.
like, and then another
It's a
thing,
big
right?
fucking, it's like a big brick, and
Yeah.
I fucking split his skull in half.
So just that delivery,
Yeah.
that line, feeling like very unhinged, almost.
Yeah.
Like he's
Yeah.
breaking.
Yeah, and then there's this part here, like where's the I smiled at Henry Davenport, who made no attempt to move. So like there's like some person that just in shock.
Froze.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck?
Let's see.
Or like a victim. You're thinking if I don't look up, like I'm not a witness, or like,
Yeah.
I'm just like I'm not like I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm just, but everyone just
yeah.
didn't care.
Yeah, and then the last line where he says, I spun to my left, I spun to my right, I spun to my left again. Fear me, fear me, fear me, but no one did because they were dead. And that's when the police sirens, are mentioned, and then it does a little fake out where you almost think he's going to kill himself at the end, but
He
instead
mentions there's one bullet left. Right?
Yeah. He mentions there's one bullet left, so he might just kill himself, but instead he does say like, "I don't shoot I'm unarmed. And then he gets away, and then he starts counting on his fingers, and then we get this
Outro.
this outro bit. Yeah. I definitely wanted to capture this.
O'Malley's Bob. O'Malley's Bob.
Think Cookie Monster.
O'Malley's Bob.
Man, it feels like someone that is like, has lost their mind. And at this point, you've killed probably.
Yeah,
I can't keep the track. Like 12,
accurate.
15 people.
Yeah.
You're in the car. You're leaving. You're looking. You're pulling away. You can see the
horror,
the sign, probably like the red neon sign.
Yeah,
and you're just like, how O'Malley's back.
O'Malley's back.
And you're just like, you're
yeah, clearly a fucking psychopath.
Lost your shit, and yeah.
But yeah, I do think like that is the one thing that kind of took me out of it for a second, though. Is like Nick Cave is really like he's really allowing. He's really going for it. Yeah. He's really
wow.
Three. Yeah. It's like, okay, all right.
But like, that could be just how he imagines someone.
Yeah,
maybe completely lost.
It is
shit,
unhinged.
Right?
Yeah. Like the other things we were saying.
Because that's one thing you never really get accounts of, like when they're arresting or they're pulling away or someone. You have no idea what is in their head, right?
Usually,
they just committed the worst probably act.
Yeah.
And what is in their head?
Yeah.
Maybe it's this Cookie Monster chattering, like just losing their shit. Like
often you do not get that kind of clarity.
It's almost like your mind and body is disconnected. Like they can't figure each other out almost.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah. But yeah, we got one more track for you guys. This one is a cover of a Bob Dylan song. That was actually, I believe, written by Bob Dylan. Death is not the end.
Just remember that death is not the end.
And all that you held sacred falls down and does not mend. Just remember that death is not the end. Not the end.
Not the end.
Yeah.
A very like eloquent way to end this type of album almost.
Yeah.
Because I think
you're
pushing all these stories and killings.
Yeah.
And you're visualized because it's a very visual album. In the end, you get this like very like peaceful, somber, like, hey, remember, death is not the end.
It's almost a little jarring though after what happened in the last track, a little bit.
It is like watching like a crazy like movie. Like what was one discussing like Funny Games?
Yeah.
But if it ended with like this is like the title, like the end credits song, like what the fuck did I just watch?
Man, that would have been a good opportunity. Or I think it was already made by then. But yeah. That would be I would lose my fucking mind if I heard something like that.
That's how it would feel, right? Like that's because you're all this horrific shit back and back and back, and then you get this like, hey, it's not the end.
And it also has a lot of vocalists. This is kind of a powerhouse of guest features. We have PJ Harvey, Kylie Minogue, Shane McGowan, someone by the name of Blixa Bargeld, which I'm going to be honest, sounds a bit like a Star Wars name. Thomas Wilder, and then Anita Lane we have for the guest features for this track.
And it was great. It was like duo after duo after duo. Like
which is, I think, what Nick Cave does best. From what little I know of Nick Cave, it seems like duos are his thing. I didn't know there was you could specialize in duos. But I think he does.
It works because his voice is very unique and distinct. And when you pair that with like just a great female vocal, it works so well.
Yeah, it's I feel like the what's the genre? They call it boom stomp or whatever. The fucking like 2010s like folky thing.
Oh, like Magnetic Zero or
yeah.
like
it's,
Edward Sharp and Magnetic Zero.
it's something that they probably they like to
Yeah.
do the female
Yep.
folk vocals,
Yep.
which clearly he has an appreciation for. And yeah, it's a really beautiful track. Not really a point getting into the themes as much. It's pretty straightforward. It's just kind of a nice optimistic close after a bunch of horrific stuff.
Hey, you just listen to 9 horror stories.
Yeah.
Just hug yourself. It's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Everything is good. Hey, if you're worried, you remember, death is not the end.
Death is not the end. I will say though, as far as the concept thing, as far as us judging this,
We're tearing this now. We're rating it.
it did take it down just like a half a point,
This
I think,
track?
for me, because this track is not actually a murder ballad.
It is not.
It is not a murder ballad.
But maybe it's just a little bandage on that wound. Like maybe
It does fit.
it ties
does
up.
fit.
Hey,
You're right. It fits.
Hey.
But it's just false advertising is what I'm saying.
Or maybe it could be the tail end of a horror story where there's a survivor and someone's like, "Hey, death is
Yeah.
not the end."
Yeah.
Or you're consoling someone that
Yeah.
lost someone in the
Yeah.
story. You're,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah.
remember, death is not the end.
Honestly, this
Because
could-
it is all about death.
It is. And this could like be the end of a lot of movies, I think.
Yes.
This would be a good
end credits.
end
song.
credits track.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah, if you're out there doing music leagues or something, end credits songs.
Hey,
Yeah,
go for the gold.
Go for the gold, man.
Grab this
You're
song.
going to. I will say, well, now that we're talking about that, I do personally think that this is going to be pretty high up there. I'm thinking it's
I already
a
know where I'm gonna
solid
put this.
4 at least. For me, because like it is mostly, like I said, it's all murder ballads. It's all connected to that.
Yes.
It
We
all
gotta go up higher.
Yep, I got
Keep going.
it's a big list. Yeah, and here, so I'm definitely thinking that we're in a high 4 territory,
We're in a
potentially
very high
5.
4, low 5.
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm basically trying to think of any reason that it wouldn't be a 5. You know what I
Okay.
mean? And
I can't think of a reason not to be a 5.
yeah, I don't.
Well, okay, I do. So
Okay.
for all the 5s, there's at least one cohesive story for the most part, right?
Yeah.
So in this, there isn't one like, wasn't like, Sweeney
Yeah.
Todd. There's not one murder doing all these.
Right.
But they're all the stories that encompass the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
So in a sense, it kind of does the same deal as if it
Yeah.
was the same, right?
Yeah.
So
It's like the best version of like Gunslinger Ballads or whatever. One of those albums
I
where
would
it's like
say
a
that.
bunch of the same songs about that thing. So yeah, I would say high 4. Would you think that that like 4.5, 4.75?
for me, this would be a top row of the 4s.
Yeah. I think
easy.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, look, we got King Diamond here. I feel like that's pretty like.
So for me,
Yeah.
I would put it either right where you had it, or if I was going to 5, I would put it maybe behind like Deltron,
I mean,
which was the first of the bottom row.
honestly, I would be happy with putting it in 5.
Because I think this does a great job.
yeah. Because like I said, it goes back to the friggin' 1700s. We got something from the 1800s. We got stuff in several centuries of murder ballads.
And it's probably the oldest story ever told, almost, right?
Yeah.
Murder.
Yeah. I
And
think we might have another. I think we have another 5.
It's men and killing women, women killing men. It's revenge.
Yeah.
And at the end, you get the little bow tie of, hey,
Yeah.
remember, death is not the end.
Yeah. I agree. I think that
I'm good
it feels very good up there. I just like, because I couldn't think of a reason it shouldn't be a 5. You know, it is very thematic, it's very conceptual, and it's as a stated concept that it delivers on. What more can you ask from a concept album? You know,
Between like the ambient noise, the singers, like even like the background little like the offbeats of the piano you mentioned, like it builds
the atmosphere.
this atmosphere and the scene. Like you could be in this scene, like you could watch this, you could think all 10 tracks would be a theatrical like stage play. Like it plays out so well, and it's visual. Like it can't be lower than a 5 in my opinion.
Yeah. I agree. We got ourselves another 5 guys. Not 5 guys. We got another 5, and I am happy with that. With that, thank you guys for listening to the album concept hour. I don't mention this enough, but we have t-shirts. If you go to is it Spring Tree,
Flyover
State Park /springtea.com, I believe. We also should have a link in the description of the podcast. By
the time it comes out, by the time you hear this, scroll down, you'll find that there's a link.
So if you want, I got one that my sister custom made, so yours will be a little different than this, but we got Flyover State Park shirts, we got album concept hour shirts. If you have any questions about it, or if you're having trouble finding the link, just message me on any of my forums.
Slide into the DMs.
Flyover State Brad on Instagram, Flyover State Park, Flyover State Brad on most things, and I will send you a link to the shirts. Also, like and subscribe if you're watching this, and get on our Patreon. It's free. To join the bottom tier, the Patreon. It doesn't get much better than that. Everything we do on there is free. We're just putting it on there because that's the only place we're able to do everything that we need to do for this podcast. So anyway, I'll stop throwing plugs at you guys. Thank you guys for joining us. Dave, thank you for joining us tonight.
My pleasure.
And next week we are getting into Low End Theory by Tribe Called Quest. Right, that's correct, right?
It is.
Okay, yeah, Tribe Called Quest, Low End Theory. Look forward to it. Wait, hold on. Where's the button?
Hit the button, Frank.
We'll catch you guys later. Bye.
The Album Concept Hour is Brad LeBaron, Dave Gallagher, and John Aker. Special thanks to King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard for the theme music. Join the discussion on our Discord. Or for everything else, go to Linktree/Flyover State Park. See you on Side B. This is Flyover State Park. You are clear to land.